As you can see, we are about to clear this trade in the next 2 seconds. Look. I'm like, wait. And hey, what's up? What is going on, guys? It's your boy Rico, aka Rockstar, back with another live trading session for you guys. And this one was actually pretty sick. So it's been a pretty long time since I've been on the charts. As you guys know, I do a lot outside of just YouTube and trading. In fact, I'm actually in a network marketing company where I actually am one of the top earners in the company as well. Obviously, I have a kid, I got my girl, so I got some family time too. So within these last few months, I honestly just really haven't been trading as much as I would like to. Starting with, in March, it's my girlfriend's birthday. In April, it's my son's birthday. On top of that, in April, I was actually on tour for my business. So we hit about 7 cities within the month of April, just taking flights. We are now in May and I'm back on the charts, but aside from that, I'm actually moving in June. We're moving down to Florida from New York, so we're gonna be in the South Florida area as well. So it's just been really hectic, and I'm like, you know what? The best way for me to actually keep myself accountable and getting on the charts is to start actually posting these live sessions, and giving myself not only something to do, but to keep some accountability, to get some content out there to you guys. So I'm gonna start doing these, and this was actually a really, I would say, like a fire session, guys. Like literally, it was kind of one of those sessions where I haven't trading in like almost a month. I'm like, you know what? Today is gonna be the day. Let's get on. Let's go freaking gun-ho with this thing. And I was actually on for only 40 minutes, right? 40 minutes. That includes actually placing the trades and marking up and everything like that. So 40 minutes total time on the charts, and we were able to clear number one, some very good profits, but more importantly, we went 6 trades total. I won 5, I lost 1. All right, so we went 5 and 1, and in this video I'm going to be breaking it down, kind of giving you guys my thought process on how it is that I trade, what it is that I'm looking at on these charts, so that you can get a better understanding. Because obviously you're not trading with me. I don't really do those kind of live sessions, but you get a better understanding of my mindset, because I do believe trading is more mindset than it is strategy. So as always, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and let's jump into the video. So right now, guys, what I typically do, as you guys probably already seen, first things first is I always check news before I trade. After checking news, I kind of just sift, up and down through the different currency pairs that I have on my watch list right here, starting with the DXY on the very top. Because I trade New York session, it's kind of like almost vital to understand what's going on with the dollar index. Now, it doesn't always affect my trading, but it is good to know. Right now, I spotted this setup on GBP JPY. So you're gonna see me go back and forth a lot. As you guys can see, I have multiple monitors open right now. I actually have an ultra wide in my office here. So I have my broker on the left hand side. I have my actual trading view in the middle, and then I usually have something else on the right, but we're not going to worry about the right now. As you guys can see, I extend it so that you guys can actually see when I do hit that call or that put button, and you're going to see me flip back and forth from the actual broker screen to the trading view screen, so that, again, so you guys can see just a little bit more of how I'm implementing these actual trades. But we do have a potential setup on GJ right now. And I'm just looking for some confirmation, because if you guys look down at the very bottom on the DMI, right? So this is always why you want to get multiple confirmations as well, guys. But on my DMI, this looks like an amazing trade, by the way. But the DMI, there's a nice little fake out, as well as on the stochastics. On the second stochastic RSI that I have there, you guys seen that everything just started to push up again. So even though this was looking like a pretty solid sell in the beginning, we're starting to get a little reversal or a little fake out. So what I want to do is, as a trader, I want to confirm a little bit more before I actually decide to hit that buy or sell button. And the way that I personally do that is I do what's called a multiple time frame analysis, or scaling in, right? So being able to get, and we talk about this a lot with our team, with our group, as well as the academy, but kind of understanding accuracy and frequency, right? Accuracy versus frequency, whereas you're kind of using the higher time frame, which for me is typically the 5 minute, using the higher time frame to get the trade set up, but then you're scaling in and using a lower time frame to get the actual trade itself. So right now I'm kind of scaling in from the 5 minute to the 3 minute, so I can get the nice good trade setup on the 5, but then get a nice entry, an early entry on the 3. And as you guys can see, the 3 minute right now is confirming the sell. So everything is looking good. So that's why you see me kind of going back and forth right now. I'm pulling up the VIDE, I'm pulling up the broker, just because I'm getting ready. I'm getting that trigger figure ready to go ahead and hit that put button. Now, another thing you're going to notice is, because I know a lot of you were asked, because right now, as you can see, the trade already kind of started moving. And like I already said, we are getting those confirmations on the 3-minute. But again, because of the potential fake out on the 5-minute, I'm taking my time with this one. And that's very important to understand, is that it pays to wait, right? It pays to wait. And I want you all to get that. It pays to wait. But yes, the move has actually started already. I am just not in that trade yet. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the 3-minute to open up a new candle. As you guys can see, there you go. Both the 3-minute and the 5-minute opened up a new candle at the same time, and boom, hit that put button right there. So now we are actually in the trade. As you can see, 3-minute confirmed perfectly. 5-minute just got that DMI, that little extension with the sell signal, as well as all of the stochastic crosses are looking perfect, and that is why I entered the trade. So I didn't just jump in as soon as I seen it. And that's a big thing that a lot of binary options traders do. You get kind of gung-ho, right? You get a little impatient. And that's why I always say, like, trading it's very much mindset, guys. The faster we get that, the more money you're gonna make, right? The faster you'll start making money. But it's very much mindset, to the point where you have to have patience. One of the things that helps me with trading, and you guys will see that I talk about it all the time, when I'm trading, to kind of keep myself zoned, right, focused, I like to, number one, I like to play music, because music is what ultimately just, like, it calms me down, man. I freaking love music. I love listening to music. It always puts me in a good state of mind. No matter how I'm feeling, music always gets me out of it, right? So number one, I have music, and number two, I have no distractions around me whatsoever, so I can be in my own, like, little zone. And I'll show you guys real quick. Look, boom, as you guys can see, I'm in my zone right now, man. I'm trading, I'm dancing, I'm pumping it out. I got my coffee, I'm watching the charts. There's nothing around me to distract me, right? This is very important when it comes to trading. Now, I know not everybody is gonna be like that. I'm just one of those traders. I absolutely cannot have distractions, no matter how good I am at trading. I've literally tried this. I'll meet up with the team or whatever the case may be, and I just get distracted, and I start taking trades that I know damn well I shouldn't be taking, and it just doesn't go good, right? So I need no distractions whatsoever while I am trading. All right, so fast forward a little bit. We're coming to the close of this trade right here. As you guys can see, I'm still jamming out, rocking out, doing what I do best, man, and absolutely just loving it. And we just cleared that trade. So that was the first trade of the morning. It was a beautiful clear there. Beautiful setup, and it does still have potential to push down even more, but I ain't with it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start looking for another potential trade to go ahead and hop into. EuroCAD, I did see this was the next setup right here, but this is why I didn't take EuroCAD. And as you guys can see, I'm kind of just looking for other currency pairs now on the screen. But I did, even though EuroCAD is setting up for a buy and it is making its move right now, no way in hell I was gonna take EuroCAD. Why? Because the payout percentage was only 60%. I don't trade payouts that are less than 70. I try to stay away from them. Sometimes I'll do 68, 69%, depending on how good the actual setup is. But for the most part, 70% and above is typically what I trade. And the reason for that is because you guys got to remember risk to reward, right? So if I'm putting $100 into the trade, I want to make at least $70 from that, or at least risk, $100 to make $70. To risk $100 to make $60 just isn't good enough for me, because God forbid, if I lose, or if I lose 2 in a row, it's just taking away too much of my profits. So you guys want to remember that as well. It's very important in binaries. That's kind of how we set our risk to reward, is based off of the payout percentage. No matter how good the setup is looking, if the payout isn't good, I do not take the trade. Here's another quick setup I'm looking at right now. GBP USD, we got a nice teacup that's forming, and this is another fire entry. We got the nice, obviously hit that new high, right? Came back down for the teacup, came back up. So we got the bull, the bear, the lower low, comes back up, same exact price point, hits it, drops off of that level of resistance. But I'm not taking this trade. Why? Because we're already too late. We're 2 candles in. By the time I get in, it's going to be 3 candles in. Just isn't good for me, especially because this is going to be a sell, right? And that's counter trend trading. So that would be trading against the trend, because right now we are above the 200 moving average, making this an uptrend. So I don't take it. I keep looking. All right, so here we go. Official setup number 2 for the day. We got Euro JPY. So another currency pair that's going against the Japanese yen. This one is actually going to be for a buy, But what that tells us is that there's a lot of movements on the Japanese yen for this morning, right? So we're looking for the buy here. As you guys can see, again, multiple time frame analysis, whereas, obviously we can see the clear bounce off the 200 moving average on the 5-minute, pushing to the upside. So it's obviously comes down, hits it, boom, starts to make its way back up. But I start to check the 3-minute time frame, and I cleared some of my old markings there, but I start to check the 3-minute time frame to see if we can get any nice reactions off of that middle Bollinger Band, as well as somewhat of a clearer, kind of like pivot point. So comes down, boom, comes down, boom, comes down, boom, like that. So what I'm noticing here is that, as I said, we do actually have some very clear, beautiful pullbacks on the 3-minute, right? It just looks way clearer on the 3 minutes, and I added a little more. I didn't add the indicators, they're already there, but I unhid them. So I actually had them hidden to kind of just see those nice little pivot lines, boom, 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 some nice reactions at those levels. And as you guys can see, if you look at the 3-minute, right? So take the focus off the 5 right now, look at the 3, it just looks so much more clearer in going like this. Boom, boom, boom. So that reaction, either at or near the middle Bollinger Band, pushing to the upside to continue the trend, is what it is that I'm looking for primarily. But at the same time, you also want to get your confirmations as well. And then for this strategy, obviously a lot of the confirmations are indicator based. So we got our basic structure, which is the SRTs, support resistance trend lines. In this example, looking more for a trend movement, but I'm entering off of my indicator based confirmations. Now we're gonna fast forward just a few minutes here, because this was another trade example where, again, I waited for that optimal or that perfect opportunity to actually enter the trade. In this case, it was, number one, 2 things. I wanted to see a nice pullback, right? Because obviously, as you guys see, if we're looking at my VIDE, you guys see the downwards movement, and then boom, it hits that honestly, it comes back to where my blue line is at on TradingView. If you guys see that to the right, it came back, it wicked it, and then out of nowhere it shot back up. So in my mind, I'm like, damn, I might have missed this trade, and it's okay if we missed it. But what I'm doing is I'm actually just waiting for the new candlestick to open. All right, and we have, I think, a little under a minute before the new candlestick opens. So I'm waiting for that new candle, because we always see a reaction towards the end of the candle and going into the beginning of a new candle. So as the new candle opened, boom, I entered the trade. Look at that. Look at that. You guys see that? Quick jump down. Again, reaction at the beginning of the new candle. It almost always happens. I wish I would have caught that lower entry, right? But I didn't, right? But it's all good. So now that the new candlestick is open, we got the confirmations, we got the cross and the extension on the DMI. Everything's looking fire, which is why I entered this trade, a nice 3-minute position, and we're gonna see how this plays out. So this was one of those trades that was actually a little bit tricky in the sense of where it was that I actually entered it. As you guys can see on the 3-minute, a lot of the indicators already made its move on the 3-minute. On the 5-minute, they're just starting to make the move. What that typically does to the market is, what I've noticed is consolidation. So we're probably going to see some nice consolidation at this price point before it makes wherever it goes next. I don't know. But in my mind, as I'm trading this, I'm like, okay, man, maybe I entered a little bit too early. And look, I did clear the trade. So that trade was cleared. But what I do next is number one, it's something that I shouldn't have done, but I do it a lot anyway, is that when I believe I entered before the trade actually makes its move, I go ahead and I enter again at a spot in which I think it's going to make the move at, right? So that's exactly what I did with this trade. I actually re-entered this position, Euro JPY, a few minutes later. So you guys are going to see in the next few minutes, I actually stay on this chart, I believe for what, like 5 minutes straight, not doing anything, just looking at what it's going to do next. And what I do is, when it does make that pullback, I go ahead and I re-enter, because it does consolidate for a few candlesticks exactly where my entry point is at right now. It stays there for a while. So in my head, I'm like, okay, it pulls back, consolidates, and then it's going to continue the uptrend. So that's what we're going to see next. Let's go ahead and do it. So here we go. As you guys can see, we're now a few candlesticks away. It did consolidate in that same exact price range. So it did not move. There was a lot of down movement, a lot of up movement, so on and so forth. But for the most part, all the candles were closing and opening within the same little range there, as you guys can see on my trading view. And now what I'm doing is I'm waiting again for the next candle to open for me to go ahead, maybe get a nice pullback or whatever the case may be, so I can re-enter. And that is exactly what I did. So now we're about 1 minute into this candlestick. I go ahead and I re-enter it again. Same exact pair, Euro JPY, re-enter it because I believe that it's going to continue pushing up. I can't see the 3-minute right now. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So now that we see the 3-minute, look, so we did get that bounce off of the middle Bollinger Band on the 3-minute, which was another kind of like confirmation for me. So not only are the indicators looking good, we got the bounce off of the lower time frame, which is the 3-minute. I went ahead and I entered this for a 5-minute position. I did a little bit longer, and the reason being is that typically when you're trading with the trend, there's not really an issue to do a longer position, because if you're trading with the trend, as long as it's going in that direction anyway, you should always be clearing. But this was one of those trades where the re-entry just did not go in my favor at all. As you guys see here, out of nowhere, we just get the huge spike down. And if you look at my DMI as well as some of my stochastics on the 5-minute, the DMI just absolutely reversed on me. Got that nice little fake out, whereas the markets is just trying to take your boy out, boom, boom, real quick. This is one of those trades that I did not clear. This was probably the only one that I didn't clear for this session, right? Look at this. As a matter of fact, look, I believe I said something here too. So watch, hold on. Wild right now. Do you guys see these huge spikes? By the way, not all brokers spike, right? And that's probably one of the things I like the least about, like, you know, FOREX, race option. Like, they spike a lot. But if you look at the price movement on the actual broker versus the price movement on TradingView is not spiking. Like, TradingView right now, it's, I don't know, man, this thing is going crazy. But the broker is definitely moving a lot more than TradingView, and that's what I don't like. And fuck, I was just about to roll that over. I do think it's going to continue up. I'm not sure if we're going to clear this though. That is the problem. So yeah, as you guys can see, I did hesitate on the rollover. And once that happens, again, mindset, man, mindset. I did not re-enter this trade. I took my L and I kept it moving. So again, just looking at some currency pairs, looking at the payout percentages, so that I can then move that to TradingView. And right after we took that L, I see this nice setup right here on USD JPY. So again, another JPY setup, and this is actually going to be a buy on UJ. So this is an uptrend, as you guys can see. So my mindset behind this trade right here is that, number one, I see it pulling back down, right? So clearly we got a nice breakout where it broke past and closed above the 200 moving average, which to me shows that, okay, we're probably moving into an uptrend now, right? But we also got that nice pullback retest off of the 200, and at the same time that we got the retest off of the 200, we look at our indicators down on the bottom, and we see that they're all about to go ahead and indicate a buy as well. So this is looking perfect to me on all aspects. I go ahead, I enter the trade right away, especially with the 200. You know, when you're trading off the 200, you kind of want to get in and out of those trades really fast, because you never really know with the 200 moving average. It's such a tricky thing to do for short-term trades. I'm sure there's probably some swing traders or some of you that hold longer positions. You don't really have to worry about that. But when my positions are only 3 minutes long, I don't really have time to sit there and hesitate. As you guys can see on the last trade, I hesitated to hit rollover and we did not clear that. So I like this setup a lot, and as you guys can't see the 3 minute, but it just formed a new candle on the 3 minute. I'm pretty sure it did actually, but I like it so much that I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead, we're gonna re-enter, we're gonna hit that double up button. I missed the very bottom, so that bottom right there, if you guys line that up with the previous top, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, just think of like an imaginary horizontal line going across, but that bottom point is where I actually tried to double up at. And obviously I didn't get it, but typically what I wanted was a better entry point. I went ahead, I rolled over the top position because I'm just really confident in this trade that it's going to stay in this area, right, where the bottoms are at right here. It's going to stay in this area, and I'm looking at FOREX right now, by the way, guys, right? It's going to stay in this area and then eventually break on up to the top side, because again, we broke that 200, we come back down, we retest it, and now we're going to shoot up, right, and start an uptrend. So that's what I'm going through right here, right? That's what I'm thinking about. Typically when I roll over, I don't like to do more than 2 rollovers on any in particular trade. All right, for a few reasons. Number one, I'm just a firm believer that if you roll over too many times, you're really just gambling at that point. You don't really know what you're doing. You probably got in way too early, and if you got in way too early, then you got to work on your entry, like your entries, right? You got to work on that a little bit. So I really don't like to do more than 1 to 2 rollovers. And when you guys see me trade, you will see that I really don't do more than 1 but sometimes I'll do 2. Okay, sometimes I'll do 2 because sometimes the markets just ain't playing nice. Both positions right now are in heavy profits. I squared out and highlighted that 200 mark for you guys so you can see exactly where it was that I was looking to enter as far as the area. And man, this was just amazing. Now I'm actually so confident in this trade, as you guys can see. What I do is, look, check this out. I'll show you guys the live view of me right now. I actually get up and leave. I think I walk away. I don't know where I went. I probably went to get something to drink or went to the bathroom or whatever the case may be. But I already knew, number one, I was not hitting that rollover button again. So in my mind, it's like, okay, either I clear this or I don't, right? But I got up, I left, and again, you don't need to spend a bunch of time on the charts to be good at this, man. You just got to get so confident in trusting your trade that you're just always going to smack the markets up. And here we go. We're about to clear this trade. I'm not even back at the charts yet. I'm still away wherever I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're about to clear right now. We cleared both of those positions deep and heavy into profits. And then look, this next segment of what it is that I'm about to do, or what you're gonna see me do, guys, is actually very important. So when I trade, and we talk about setting goals and having goals for your trading all the time, a lot of you trade without any goals. You're just hitting buy, you're hitting sell, and if you can get a good ratio, if you can get a good percentage, if you can get a nice little, oh, I went 10-1 or 15-2, whatever, then you'll get off when you get bored, when you get tired. When I trade, I have a daily goal that for me, I kind of just have to hit. I must hit this daily goal. Now, here's another thing. All right, when we talk about my daily goal is bare minimum. I need to make at least 500 a day. Now, it's not to say that I make 500 a day every single time I trade. Sometimes I make way more than that, but bare minimum 5. And here's how it works. If I lose 2 trades, I'm done. If I lose 2 trades, I'm done. But I keep trading until I hit my daily range. And when I come back, you're gonna see me actually marking up. I'm journaling my trades, all right? And I start to calculate out my profits for the day, because we know the total payout is not your total profits. Total payout and total profits are 2 completely different things, because your payout is going to be your risk plus your profit. Your profit is just going to be what you made based off of what that currency pair was trading at or paying out for that session. So if you look at me right now, I'm actually going back and forth. I'm doing some calculations on my phone. I'm writing it down, journaling all of my trades, making sure that we're good. And so far, we actually took 5 trades. So I took 5 trades. I won 4, I lost 1, and we are just shy of that $500 mark. So what do? I say, well, you know what? It's all or nothing, baby. So being that I already have 1 out of my 2 losses for the day, this is the point where it's make it or break it for me, right? So I get back into 1 more position, but this last position, there's a few things that I want you to look at. Number 1, this last position has to be a good setup. But again, my mindset is I'm only allowed to lose 2. So when I go ahead and I get back into the markets, right after I'm done doing all these calculations and stuff, I already know that even if I lose this one, I am still up for the day, a couple of hundred. I'm still up a couple hundred for the day. And if I win this one, then not only do I hit my daily mark, but I'm a little bit above what it is that I'm looking to make. In fact, I know we cleared this, and in total we cleared a lot more than what it was that I was looking to make for the day. So here it is, the last and final trade setup. So USD CAD is it for the day, and as you guys see here, we are looking at another break of the 200 with a potential bounce, continuing a trend to the downside, and that's what I'm looking at USD CAD. We are looking for some downtrending movement. We are trading with the trend. So not only are we looking for some nice pullbacks, come back up, hit it right off the middle Bollinger Band, which is where we're at right now on the 3-minute time frame. We're at that middle Bollinger Band, but all of our indicators, all of our confirmations are just looking good. And as you guys can see, I spend a little bit more time on this. I'm marking this up. I'm making sure everything is good, because this is make it or break it for me. So this setup has to be perfecto. We are waiting. We're waiting because the 3-minute looks amazing, but the 5-minute is playing games with your boy. And I'm marking up right now. I'm like, look, this is what we're looking at, man. This is what we're looking at, right? This is where most people would have entered. But me, look, that was the bounce off of the middle band. I'm like, no, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. And as you can see, look at that top stochastic. The top stochastic on the 3-minute faked out a little bit, right? So we are still waiting. We're not entering just yet. I'm waiting for that new candlestick to form. Once that new candlestick forms, we are going all in with the trade. And as y'all can see, look, I'm vibing. I'm in my zone right now, right? I don't know what I'm listening to, man, but look, it's about to get crazy with it. It's about to get crazy. The trigger finger is getting ready to be pulled. I'm pulling the FOREX up. The new candle just opened, and here we go. It's execution time. Look. I'm like, wait. It's intense. We go ahead, we hit the put button, and we are officially in the trade, guys. A nice solid 3-minute position off of the middle Bollinger Band on the 3-minute time frame. With the 5-minute markup, everything is looking amazing. I go ahead and plot just another line so you can see where my actual entry point was at on TradingView, but fast forwarding a little bit, and here we go, guys. Major drops in the market. Your boy is wilding right now. I don't know what's going on, but hey, look at me. Look, I'm chilling. Look, chilling, vibing. But it's getting real, guys. It gets real out here, man. And I'm telling you, trading is a beautiful skill. And I know there's a lot of people out there that either want to get into binary options, or maybe you're watching these people on YouTube trade these binary options with no real strategy, no real technique, no real marking up or anything like that. They're just hitting buy, they're hitting sell, and they're trying to make it seem like it's so much easier than it actually is. It's not complicated, guys. It's not complicated, but it also just isn't as easy as getting on the charts and clicking a button and hoping for the best. Trading is not gambling. It's a skill that you should actually and absolutely take the time to learn. And I'm telling you, once you do that, man, it will all make sense. But that's pretty much it for this session, guys. As you can see, we are about to clear this trade in the next 2 seconds, and boom, we cleared. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you hit subscribe. And if you guys enjoy these live sessions, go ahead and drop it down in the chat below, because I am thinking I should just do this like every single week, maybe upload 2 or 3 live sessions a week, and really give you guys the knowledge, the information behind what it is that I'm looking at, how it is that I'm getting into these trades. But that is it for today, man. We absolutely crushed the markets. And as always, it's your boy Rico, aka Rockstar. I'm out. Peace.
I feel just like a rock star.
To stay in tune with everything RockStarrFX, including coaching and one-on-one mentorship, make sure you join my personal Telegram group down in the description below at Teach Me to Trade. And if you haven't already done so, add me on Instagram as well at RockStarrFX.